In this video, I would like to show you Attribute Editor. If I have a 3D object out here and I need to, let's say, manipulate its attributes, and incidentally, everything in Maya has attributes, everything. The difference between Attribute Editor and Channel Box is Attribute Editor is a lot more detailed, but a lot more clunky to go through. So Attribute Editor, right here. If I need to rotate an object, I can. Notice I cannot highlight the rotate, however. Okay, so that's the difference there. I can rotate this at 120 degrees, just like before, but I can't use the trick with highlighting this and then going over to the viewport and using the middle mouse button, click drag. So that's one thing it kind of fails at. Another thing it fails at is if I need to zero out the rotations. Let's say I have this one at 90. Well, these I can't highlight all the way through like I can using this. Let's say I need to highlight all three of these and hit 0 to reset it. Things that the Attribute Editor does that the Channel Box does not is if I go in here, I can tab over and it shows the material, the initial shading group, Polycube 1. Polycube 1 is just like the Channel Box's ability to add geometry. So you don't see initial shading group or Lambert over in the Channel Box. So Attribute Editor also shows the input and output connections of the object within your scene. Okay? Where Channel Box does not show that. Very useful when it comes to material editing or seeing history. So if I was to go in here and manipulate the shape in any way, let's say for demonstration purposes I do some kind of weird thing like extrude, and I extrude this out. Okay, and we'll get into the manipulation of things later, but for right now and for demonstration purposes I need to show you what happens in the Attribute Editor. In the Attribute Editor, now I have this Poly Extrude Face 1, and it has a division level of 1, or I can change that division level if need be. I don't know why you would do that, but you can do that here. Alright, so that shows the history of the object. If you need to get rid of history, it's Edit Delete by Type History, and it shortens up the now Attribute Editor to the basic functions of this box. Notice, however, I no longer have the ability after Delete by Type History to add more geometry to the box, nor do I have it here. So those alone right there, it speaks words that you might need history. That way you can actually add more divisions to a mesh later on. Alright, so that is the Attribute Editor within Maya. Let's go on to the next video.